in an apostolic conference, you shouldn't go with a question. The clarity is what we minister.
Yes.
Clarity. The days of half measures talk, the days of all of that and confusion, it's over. So the Lord is bringing back the apostles again, so that the original counsel can come in simple, plain language, as Jesus would have delivered it if he were physically present. The rise of the apostles marks the death of falsehood. Falsehood, can be parading itself until apostolic people show up. The clarity will be so intense that there will be no foothold for darkness to claim. Just like the story of a young man, unfortunately for him, he was the only child that his mom had. The family setting in the the primitive African context is complex. So his mom only enjoyed the blessing of wedlock for 2 years, gave birth to him, died. The dad married someone else to continue where the mom stopped. This lady was into voodoo and all of that, but he did not know. The first thing he did was that when he got to the house, he afflicted the young man. So he was an object of concern year after year, year after year, year after year. Fortunately for him, he now attended a boarding school, and at the age of 13, they were just praying like this. He gave his life to Christ and became serious, and he had some prayerful friends, and on Fridays they do all-night prayers. Anytime they come for all-night prayers and they pray for long, something like a needle will come out of his body, a physical needle. And if the needle comes out, he picks it up, keeps it. For the 6 years that he was in school with those guys, he was able to secure 24 needles. And the more the needles came out, the more his health began to recover. So at the age of 24, he had all the needles were out. So he was back. Then his own father became sick. And the father told him, we don't live long in this family. So get married. No matter what you get married. And then based on that, he took off like a tornado and then married another voodoo girl. So that's what we are calling 4 quaternions. As you are coming out of one and then the new syllables of warfare breaks out. Listen, Satan is not interested in the blocks. Satan is interested in the pillar. So he tracks the people that are pillars in their families, that have influence, that will make life easier for other people. He tracks those ones. It means that there's a civilization of possibility that is built around the lives of these individuals. When Satan spots the circumference of that civilization, he wants to take that pillar out, so that people will become like sheep without shepherd. Married another voodoo woman. This one was even more educated than the one his father married. This one will use the left leg and put on the wall, and she will disappear. And he was in that marriage for nothing works for him. Nothing works for him. First 4 years his prayer life had died. Next 2 years he was already into pornography big time. And one day he remembered that there was a time he used to pray. Started repenting, started weeping, started weeping, started weeping, started weeping. He would cry morning, afternoon, night, morning, weeping, fasting. He couldn't eat, he lost his appetite. And an angel of the Lord descended into that prayer room and tapped him and strengthened him. He was in that prayer room for another 4 days without food, and he did not feel it. When that prayer started rising, the wife put her left leg on the wall, went and got some reinforcement. The guy began to rise. When the reinforcement came, he went. Fortunately for him, in the estate that he was staying, one of those guys that used to pray with them in school now moved into one of them. What you don't know what is happening. You see, it's chess game. When he saw that guy, he just started weeping. Meanwhile, the guy came with detailed prophetic insight to him that, oh, you are in the voodoo land. That was it. When he knew, he didn't even believe it. So okay, take a mirror. When your wife is sleeping, put it. You will not see her face. They started praying together. Her powers began to weaken. And there was one night they prayed, she became afflicted. That was the affliction she did not recover from. At this time that I'm telling you, he was already 47. So all of these challenges have eaten up how many years? 4 quaternions of soldiers. That's how. 4 quaternions. So the man said, okay, I'm going to be celibate so that I can use the rest of my life to fulfill my calling. He never married again. Never married again. Just in case you are in a situation, you've been pressing on the Lord, doing the best you can, but there is this thing that will never leave. That's why we are here today.